Earthlings, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have been absent when it comes to YouTube and the podcast, which I appreciate all the support and patience with when it comes to the Littlest Petcast, as I put many hours of arranging and document writing and editing into each episode. That being said, my absence was taken because of college reasons, as I'm a full-time marketing student and have been navigating the life of being a college student. Before we get into this episode of the Petcast with both of the amazing guests that I have arranged for today, I would like to make a small disclaimer. This is a new system for filming the podcast. I am trying to give me and the guest an easier experience when filming, and also for you, the audience, to have a better listening experience. Again, this is, each episode is a work in progress, Of course, there can always be improvements. I don't claim to know what I'm doing, but I'm doing my best. And yeah, so with that being said, here is Emotional Baggage with Fashionable LPS and Toasted TV. Hello and welcome to the third episode of Littlest Petcast, the podcast. Today I have two special guests here with me, Fashionable LPS. Hi! And Toasted TV.
Hi!
And we will be talking about a very special little collab that is happening in the fashion community.
Yay!
You were laughing about the fashion community, hurt.
Because I never thought I'd be saying fashion community related to LPS. But it definitely is like its own little fashion community, though. There really is. There needs to be like a Met Gala or something.
Oh my god.
That would be insane. Oh my god, I could be the host of the Met Gala. I could be the Emma Chamberlain of the Met Gala. It could be like the Pet Gala.
It should be.
I've made a YouTube video skit, I think I took it down though, called the Pet Gala. And it was...
Yeah, no, I can still see it on your channel. I don't have it open or anything.
Oh god. Yeah, I had like Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian and I did everything. Yeah, I've been down that road. But I was gonna release one every year and that just did not happen. Anyway, enough about the Met Gala. We should probably start off with introductions and how you would like people to address you as in the community. That being like your names and like how your preferred pronouns and stuff, so people know who they're talking to and how to address you. So, Toasted, let's do you first.
Well, you can call me Toasted and my pronouns are she, her. But I don't really know what else to say. That's kind of...
And then Fashionable.
You can call me Tiffany or Tiff, and she and her.
Oh, yeah, because then I don't have to say Fashionable.
Yeah, why does everyone call me that? I have a name.
I don't know.
I swear. But then again, thank you for the compliment.
Right? And then how long have you guys been in the communities for?
This is a rather tricky question. I was technically a part of the LPS community at a young age of 7. However, I didn't really understand anything that was going on because I didn't speak the language. I was here.
Oh.
I spectated. I'm not sure I understood everything. It's a little embarrassing when I rewatched LPS Popular and I figured out that there were a lot more things than just kissing.
At that age, though, do you really understand anything else but the actions happening?
No. I was also part of the LPS Tube community because a 7-year-old me thought it would be so great if I made videos myself. And what else would you do with a 7-year-old but show your face and how to make an LPS necklace?
Oh god.
We're not going to talk about that.
The title of the video is how Fashionable LPS doxed herself at the age 7.
But I didn't actually start talking to people inside the community until I was 11ish.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah.
That seems about right.
So it's a difficult question to answer.
Yeah.
How about you, Toasted? I'm taking over the host.
Do it.
Well,
Do it.
I don't remember exactly when I joined, but I think it was about 8 years ago. And yeah, I just discovered LPS Cube and I loved it. Like, oh my gosh, I need to join. But I never really posted anything on YouTube before. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think my experiences were pretty similar, but for like the language barriers.
That's because you're English.
Yeah.
Actually English.
I still had no idea what was happening in LPS Popular until I like watched it again when I was like 13. I
no longer feel bad.
No idea what was happening. Oh, what do you guys do? We should probably establish that because that is
probably. Well, as True introduced me, I am Fashionable LPS. You might have heard from me on Instagram or TikTok. I am on both platforms. I'm a LITTLEST Pet Shop tailor, meaning I make personalized clothing for LPS. I know it's a weird hobby, but hear me out, okay? Tailoring is actually a pretty luxurious opportunity to have in the real world too. The difference between couture and ready-to-wear clothing is the tag. I know LITTLEST Pet Shop clothing doesn't actually come with a tag, but in reality they would or they should. Tags carry important information such as handling, materials used, and most importantly size. That's what I do really. I make clothing for LPS.
We would have to make such tiny tags if there was some.
I did think about it, but it doesn't make sense. Like, where would you put it? On a dress? Or on a bow without making it look really strange? Or it could be really, really, really small.
You could do like, I think you might do this already, like a certificate authenticity type tag, where it's like just like a little certificate thing that comes with it.
Oh yeah, it
That'd
could be like
cute.
a little card or something.
I've seen an LPS seller do that when they give out an LPS, like a little adoption card, which is so cute.
That's so cute.
Yeah. I think I saw that.
That's so cute. I've seen those too. I really like how Cobalt does the drawings with each custom too. Oh my god, it's so cute.
Yeah, but if you think about it, how much time goes away with drawing every single one of them and coloring them in?
And he gets so many commissions. I'm like, how does he have the time to even do that? So I was thinking the same thing about you making tags for the clothes. I was like, you make so many things. How would you have the time?
Yeah.
Cobalt is a wizard.
Really though. Really. Yeah. So Toasted, what do you do?
I design and create LPS clothes. Yeah.
We do the same thing.
From time
Yeah.
to time, but yeah.
I feel like there is a difference in your guys' style though. Because
Yeah.
I feel like Tiffany is more like crocheted a lot of the time. And then yours is more like just, I don't know what to call the fabric. Like just
Like,
kind of stays with like ribbon and cotton fabrics most of the time. That's what I viewed from like looking at your guys' profiles. So there
That's
is a little
really
bit
cool.
of, you guys are
Amazing.
unique,
Well-
even though you do the same thing.
Well, we work differently. I think we use different techniques.
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
Like I showed my friend the there's only one person who has seen the collection, and they immediately knew the difference between the two styles. So I think it's there.
Really? That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
my god, I've been trying to imagine what it would look like. What everything's gonna look like. I've been trying to imagine it.
It looks really, really good, and it arrived yesterday, so
Oh my gosh.
You'll see soon.
yes, on the 20th, which is literally in 3 days. So
Oh my god, that's soon. As of the recording date, that is soon. Oh my god, it's the 17th. Okay. Well, we know when this might be coming out then. Oh, here's a fun little question. What's your guys' opinion on the community today versus like when you first joined? Because I feel like there is. I really like to ask people this question because I feel like with people's like different like perspectives of the community, you can have really different answers.
well, again, language barrier, so I didn't really understand much. It was pretty chill, very nice community.
Yeah,
But
right.
once I got the hang of English, I realized there are a lot of scammers and people who shouldn't be allowed access to the internet.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Okay. Well, I met some interesting people.
Haven't we all? Haven't we
Yeah.
all?
Now I would say some of the most talented people plays or played with LPS. Our community is filled to the brim with customizers, artists, cinematographers, photographers, and many more. A lot of us learn to self-express through our passion, which I find very cute.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, it's more intense, but when you get to the root of it, you realize it's all super silly and it's just a couple insecure grown adults. And I really hope that this community is able to heal their inner child.
Yeah, that hits the nail on the head, honestly. Yeah.
I don't really remember the opinion I used to have on the community, but yeah, it's definitely something when you discover all the scammers and everything else going on.
Yeah, it's like a whole other side you had no idea even existed.
Yeah.
That was me with discovering how heavy the furry community is in LPS, which shouldn't be surprising, but it surprised me, and I was like, wait, why is that kind of smart to take you to like be able to have a figurine? I don't know. I've always like seen that community, that side of the community, and then always like was curious about it until I was like, wait, they're heavily in the LPS community. That's crazy, but also really makes sense. But yeah, there's like so many different sides. There's people who really focus on like the cinematography part, people who have like where this is like a sub community to their main community. It's like there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
But also there's a lot happening, but then a lot of nothing happening all at the same time.
I feel like it's so strange when you think about it that these are all inspired by plastic animals that have bubbling heads. Who would have thought?
Yeah, that we all just suddenly became obsessed with bobbleheads, basically. Like,
No, it's their eyes and their body shape. It's so cute.
I know. I was just laying in bed thinking about like the different generations of LPS and how attached we got to like this generation and why. I was thinking about doing like a whole deep dive video on like the different generations and like why we got so attached to like the Gen 3 type pets.
It's because they're cuter.
They are. They're not
Yeah.
as scary looking. Have you seen the first ones? They're kind of
Yes.
like, yeah.
See what was old tie.
Why did they have hair? Why did they have hair?
And the little houses they came in.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I want more play sets. Just to have them. They're so colorful.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's talk about this collab because my curiosity has been piqued. What is the collab?
Toasted and I put our heads together to come up with a unique fashion line. We poured our hearts into this collaboration, and I really hope people will fall in love with the creations as much as we did.
We definitely put a lot of originality in it. I think you could say that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the clothing are very original.
How long have you guys been in talks about it?
Well, technically, I had the idea, but I've been kind of mulling over it for half a year and kind of trying to decide how I would want to do things. And I kept debating. I kept debating which things to put inside it. I just have to say things so I don't ruin what it is.
Right.
Quick fix. Anyway, and then I messaged Toasted, and then we started working on it almost immediately. So I don't really think there was a time where we talked about it.
Maybe a few days or weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just happened.
Yeah.
This is how masterminds work.
You're right.
Exactly.
Ooh, now I'm curious how you'd answer this one. What can we look forward to with this line of clothing? If you're able to spill the tea on that.
That's actually a question a lot of my followers have been messaging me about since I started sharing it in my story that this collection is going to drop. We've been holding back from revealing too much, but with the collection dropping in a couple of days, I think it's safe for us to give it a bit of an insight on what we have planned. Mm-hmm. The collection consists of 8 outfits, equally divided between the two of us, to express our partnership. Toasted made full complete outfits, and so did I.
Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna see some very, very unique outfits. I can guarantee that.
We can't stress enough how unique these are. They're not the outfits that you'd expect from us.
Oh.
That's true. It was very much out of my comfort zone when you asked me, when you told me about the project, because I have a lot of colorful things, and this is more like tone colors, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This collection is not... This collection is not like anything we've made before. I don't think we can compare it to any collections that has previously dropped.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what to say. That's crazy. That's some tea. Okay. I might be sitting on eBay.
You're gonna wait for the listing to show.
Yeah, right. I'll just be refreshing. Any fun secrets you could tell us about what we may see?
Each outfit will portray a negative emotion, with the exception of one. By this, I mean every single item was thoughtfully put together to express this emotion. It's like poetry in fashion. You'll have to read between the lines to understand why each element was chosen. From the composition to the texture, every single item has a meaning behind it. I think you'll have a lot of fun uncovering these little secrets. As the name of the collection already suggests, emotional baggage outfits each come with its own little bag. Once you see these creations, what I just said will click and it'll all make sense.
That's so smart. What the heck?
We actually timed this, so it would be during Mental Health Awareness Month.
Oh, yeah.
That's very hard to say.
Is this thing on? Oh. Hello, and sorry to interrupt the podcast, but I'd like to tell you guys about today's sponsor. Me. I have commissions for summer 2024 open currently, and slots are being filled. If you would like to commission me or have interest in any of my work, I also have pre-made customs and other fun things available on my website linked below. Again, thank you so much for the support, as you guys purchasing from me is the only way I am really able to keep my hobby alive. And yeah, back to the podcast.
I can't get over the emotional baggage, and then each one comes with a bag. I can't get over
genius,
that.
right?
I can't get over that. I love that so much. I love the little play on words that, like that.
Our goal was to tell a story rather than just make it be fashion. Like, I feel like fashion is a statement, and it should be a statement. It's not just colors and shapes and sizes.
Right. So, are these limited items where only a few are made, or is it like potentially like mass produced where like someone puts in an order and then like it's like made to order? They can order it. Yeah.
It is completely limited edition. There were no replicas produced, which is why we decided to do something a little risky and individually list these outfits for auction on eBay, starting at a $10 bidding price. Keep in mind that these are ridiculously detailed, unique clothing inside a complete set. So if you ask me, $10 is a steal. I definitely keep my eyes open, as we are revealing the outfits one by one starting May 20th and putting them up for sale on May 28th on the Fashionable LPS eBay. That's my eBay.
Okay.
The auction will last for a complete week. I personally feel this will be an interesting little turn of events compared to our usual fixed prices. It will most certainly let us know whether we're overpricing or underpricing our clothing. Just a fun little social experiment that helps us grow and overall understand our customers while putting the spotlight on a very important matter.
Do you guys have a favorite item out of the line?
I am rather obsessed with Toasted's depression outfit. It screams sophisticated widow, very rich and clean vibes. I can just picture her drinking her red wine while staring blankly out the window. For my own, I would say anxiety holds a little segment of my heart. The mood transition dress turned out so pretty. I'm actually impressed with my own skills, super proud. Withdrawal's choker turned out to die for. Oh, and on Toasted's side, Envy's features are so creative. I'm quite a big fan of our collection, to be fair. A little sad they're leaving my possession.
I have to agree with Fashionable that depression is definitely one of my favorite outfits that I made. And from her collection, I really, really like Hook because it's all white and there's like little beads on the crocheted dress. So I really love that. And also her anxiety outfit is definitely something really good. And I can't wait for you to see everything we made.
I love the names. Oh my god.
Did I say too much?
Okay.
I feel like by saying the name of the outfits, you don't actually know what you're in for, but every single element inside the outfit was thoughtfully put together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's like I'm getting giddy or something. So to start digging into the process, how long did it take you guys to start learning to make LPS clothes? And like what quality can you find in these pieces?
Years and years. I devoted over 15 years to mastering the art of LPS clothing. It's all trial and error, and half the things you learn about sewing isn't useful when you work in miniature. You work completely differently. A lot of things you have to figure out on your own.
Yeah, I got a lot of YouTube video gonna be around for that.
The smaller it is, the harder it gets.
What was that? Almost knocked my AirPod out of my ear. What was the inspiration for this collaboration? How did you guys like come together with it?
Wow. I DM Toasted after I saw one of her reels featuring her bags. I just immediately knew that I needed her on my team. I have been spectating her work for some time now, but I wasn't really sure how I could incorporate her work into mine without dimming her light. I personally adore her creations and get this little adrenaline shock whenever I see she posted. Like, toasted content! Then I just get so engulfed into looking at all the tiny little details that I end up forgetting to interact with the post 80% of the time.
I do that too. Yeah.
The emotional baggage collection idea popped into my head a couple months before I actually messaged Toasted. When I let her in on my plans, she immediately added her own ideas and the real emotional baggage started forming.
It was a really exciting process.
Yeah. I really like. I can't get over the name. Oh my god. Everything's like just coming together. The more we like hear about it, everything's like kind of starting to come together. It's like a puzzle.
That's true.
What was the mission behind this collab? What message are you hoping to be sending out?
I feel like fashion is a statement and it should be so much more than just combining colors and materials. Rather than grabbing a random yarn, fabric, or ribbon and turning it into a dress or skirt, the clothing could potentially carry meaning, kind of like how music can speak without using words. What you wear does the exact same. Emotional Baggage, which is a really great name, will be released in May, which is Mental Health Awareness Month. Our topic being negative emotions. We just like to let all of the people know that we understand what they're going through and it will be okay. Giving a voice to mental health is so important.
Yeah. All I could say is yeah. Because that's, yeah, definitely. May I suggest the next line being called therapy?
Oh, why didn't we think of that?
You'll have emotional baggage. And the next line can be called therapy.
Therapy station with your favorite therapist.
Yeah. I mean, there is such thing as retail therapy, so...
Not the same thing, but yeah, I get it.
I mean, hey, it could work out. It'd be a good name. What was your favorite item from the collab to make and design?
I'm not actually sure. I really enjoyed making dresses, probably because none of them look alike and each one required a different mindset and set of skills. Every item has its own little charm and a layer of frustration. For example, I gave Anxiety a dress design that I've never made before. It is super frilly and voluminous. I worked in single stitches with a 0.7mm hook, and anyone who knows how to crochet knows this is a pain in the... And I also happen to use silky soft perlé yarn, which is also difficult to work with, whilst interchanging colours. So basically all I did was stab myself 3 times.
Oh.
I'm not saying it took forever, but it took a rather long time.
Blood, sweat, and tears, people. Blood, sweat, and tears.
You know, I had anxiety while making the dress.
I definitely really like making Depression and Envy. They were, yeah, I really like them.
Keep mentioning the same outfits, but they've turned out the best. Like, why would we not?
I think we know which ones are going to go first.
They're all being listed at the same time, so they're all going to sell at the same time.
We'll know what happens if Depression and Anxiety just happen to not be able to be posted.
Yeah. You're gonna be the only one not selling.
Oh, that would be a shame.
Oh yeah.
I've done that before where I liked something too much and I was like, I was gonna post this, but maybe I just won't. I will keep it for myself. I've done that quite a few times. Okay. Well, here we get into the last segment, which is pretty fun. I like to throw it in at the end of each episode. What's it like creating small clothes?
Wow. What? Do you want or the negative iffy you don't want to do this side?
Let's do both. Let's get spicy. So let's hear both. Let's hear the tea.
Well, a lot of the material I would like to use have patterns that are too big for LPS or are too thick to work with. So that's fun. Most of the time my fabric restocker looks at me strangely when I say, I'd only like 30 centimeters of this fabric, please, and not a whole meter, because otherwise it will be stuck with me for the next 10 years. Thank you. My yarn supplier loves me to death because I've pretty much purchased her entire supply. But I still manage to find something I don't own. I prick my finger way too often, and I have actually set my fiance's hoodie on fire once while sealing a bow. That was actually hilarious because I didn't notice, but he did. He panicked when I was like, oh, don't worry, this isn't my first rodeo. My back aches, my fingers are covered in cuts and super dry from working with the materials. I'm often covered in either glue or strands of thread. Oh, and I leave enough DNA inside every piece for someone to clone me. Tears, sweat, blood, and hair.
Blood, sweat, and tears, people. I will keep saying it.
Think about it. Working in Mini is a pain, and it's probably what led me to paying for my vision. I love it, but I don't think it loves me.
Yeah.
The positive side is it brings me joy. I don't know if that overpowers all the negatives, but no, it's fun to make, but there are a lot of backside. There are a lot of problems.
Yeah, that's me after.
Okay.
I'm gonna take your role. What's your opinion on this, Toasted? What's it like creating small clothes?
Yeah, right?
I'm not a great host, but I'm gonna try.
Pass the mic.
Well, the
Everyone's
satisfaction
looking.
you have when you're done with an outfit is just like, yay. Because like you see the result and all, but then there's all the time you spend assembling everything and stabbing your finger again and again.
Yes.
So yeah, it has its good side and its bad side.
I also love when people are like, but why aren't you done yet? Like, making a clothing is just a couple minutes, right? No, it is not. I wish, but it's not. I thought today that I could finish one of my orders, but it took me 6 hours. And I'm still not done.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
You can't rush quality, that's just the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just...
Yeah, definitely.
I should also probably get a magnifying glass at this point.
Those little, like those glasses that are like magnified.
Yeah, but like I already have contacts. Like I'm already blind. Should I pay extra to see? Even more?
Oh yeah. I only wear my glasses when I'm driving because that's the only time it really matters the most.
I can't see people that are coming from far away, which is great because someone will start waving at me and I'm like, who are you? Please come closer. But I'll stand right in front of them, look straight into their face and be like, I still don't know who you are. Please come closer.
Yeah, that's me when I drive. I can't see the speed limit signs, so I'm always going, well, what's the speed limit? How fast am I supposed to be going here? Am I going fast enough or do I need to slow down? I can't tell. Is that a turkey on the road or is that a rock? I have no idea. Yeah, my glasses are kept in the car now.
I was going to a party with one of my friends and it was really dark outside and he was driving the car and he randomly said, by the way, I need glasses and I don't wear them because I feel like I look ugly in them. And I was like, oh wait, but can you see the road?
I've been in one of those situations before.
He was like, no, I actually can't see everything. It's a little blurry. I think that was a person, but I'm not sure. I was like, okay, stop the car.
I've been in that situation with my dad. He used to work in like a fabrication shop. And there was one day I was going to the doctor's with him and I was like, why do I need to go with you again? And he was like, I can't see out of my left eye. And I was like, what? Because he was driving and he was like, I can't see out of my left eye. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, I got a piece of metal in my eye. I can't see. And I was like, why are you driving and why am I here? Because I'm not even old enough to drive. Why am I the backup? That was quite fun. It was quite the urgent care trip. Okay, here we're getting into more really random questions. What is the LPS that you want the most?
Previously, I would have said 2046, but I own her and she's my mascot, so probably 246 or 410. And I don't know what it is with me and short hair obsession, but they are so much easier to dress.
Oh yeah.
I swear to God, the struggle with dressing LPS.
Yeah.
I love them and I really, really like them in clothing and I love making clothing for them. But when I get a specific mold requested, I can tear out my hair. Especially when they ask for a dachshund, because it's really hard for me to explain to people that clothing is not one size fits all.
Right.
Yeah.
A dachshund has elongated body and needs a longer dress, but they've got short and stubby legs, so they can't have the same strap. Like, everything needs to be different for them. And then it's really hard for me to explain that, no, this dress will not fit on a short hair. No, it will not fit on a collie. And no, it won't fit on a Great Dane either. It will fit on a dachshund.
I was really shocked when I got my order from you and all the skirts and stuff fit my mascot, because my mascot, of course, is an alien, and she's in her alien suit, and she has a giant tank on her, sculpted tank on her back, and I was like, she'll never be able to wear clothes. She'll never be able to have a skirt. She will only live in bows, and that's all I'll be able to put on her. Until I got that one little blue checkered skirt, and oh my god, I've never taken it off. Never. Since I've got it, it's stayed on her.
It's because the string I use is very elastic and it's easier to put on.
Yeah, I need more. Anywho.
Post-it. You haven't answered the question. I feel like I'm silencing you and I don't want to. You're so cute.
It's alright. Yeah. I'm really bad with LPS numbers, so I don't know the numbers, but to be honest, I'd be happy to have like literally any bonbon LPS cats.
Oh, yeah, they're so cute.
They're adorable.
Also, sitting short hairs, they're very cute as well. I only have one, and I don't know why.
I don't think I have it.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I have no idea if I have any. Might. I think I have the yellow one with like the flowers on it, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, I'll see which one.
I think I'm gonna jump around a little bit because we are running out of time.
Sure.
So I'm gonna do the really weird ones. Do this one because it's our favorite. Do you have a Fox LPS?
No.
I do.
No.
I do.
Why would you not have one? I'm not discriminating them or anything. Who knows? We're an anti-Fox channel. Thank you.
Wait, so Toasted does and you don't have a Fox?
No,
I do.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, my brain was like, huh?
I do have a Fox. In fact, I have 5. But like,
I don't don't have any. A lot of my
Really?
LPS are just fake. Honestly.
Aw.
I have so many
Because
things.
I was only buying them to, like, apart from the ones I've had since I was a kid, the only ones I have are, like, ones I was buying to customize. But then I just never got around to it, so I was like, okay, I guess you can, like, be a placeholder for now.
My parents didn't like the idea of LPS. They never really accepted it, that I collected them, and they were like, it's a phase and it's going to end. But I'm 22 and wow.
My dad fed into it, and he got hooked on eBay. I would come home from school, and there would be LPS on the counter that he got for, like, he followed this one lady and could like get them for like $1, $2, and he would sit and bid on them at work, and I was like, what the heck? So he got hooked on it like I did.
Cute.
So that's where, like, most of my LPS came from, was like coming home from school and having LPS.
Yeah, my mom says, sorry, my mom's a bit weird because I'm 8. My mom says they all look the same. I never understood that.
I also got the question of, what are they made out of? Gold? Like,
Oh my
I
god.
bought Timmy for more than what my furniture and my wardrobe cost.
I know, the ones that are like hundreds of dollars, I can't explain it.
Uh-huh.
I can't explain it to anybody. They just get so, like, it's a little bobblehead. What do you mean
Yes.
it's $100?
And you're like, it's rare, it's a French exclusive. Who the fuck
Right.
cares?
Ooh, I have a spicy question.
Oh,
Have you ever had
spicy.
a rude customer? Customer that maybe just didn't get it?
Wow, thankfully my customers are ridiculously patient, even though I can sometimes take a rather long period of time to create an order. As I did previously mention, a single skirt takes multiple hours, so it does take up a lot of my time. And I do receive over 40 orders per month, which is a lot.
Holy cow. Working 9 to 5.
But thankfully they are very patient. And I do tend to grandly reward anyone who does stay patient during the process, because it does pay off for me and it does pay off for them too.
I never had any rude customers personally. Everyone's always been really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you guys have positive experiences. I think the only time I've had a bad experience is as, like, a buyer, not as, like, a seller. In, like, the toy community. For me, it's like when it comes to buying, like, Barbie clothes on, like, Etsy. Oh my god. Those people. I don't get it. They're passive aggressive, and I don't understand why. I could tell a whole story on that, but I'm not, because they did publicly post about me, but I didn't say anything back. Just because I left a poor review because they didn't send me what I wanted,
Oh.
what I paid for.
It's actually really strange how most of the customers think they are being rude, even though you're like,
yeah,
you tell them that they're not rude and it's okay if they have an opinion.
I
And
usually
they're
have to,
like,
like,
but
yeah.
I'm attacking you. No, you're not. You've got an opinion. That's okay.
It takes me forever to, like, leave any sort of negative review on anyone, and I usually have to, like, go to, like, I'll always go to my mom because she's owned businesses, and I'll be like, I haven't like gotten any confirmation and haven't received my order in 3 weeks, and they haven't gave me any tracking, and I've already paid. What do I do? And she'll be like, you leave a review and you file a claim, and I'm like, but that seems. What if it arrives? And usually my mom has to make me do it. Make me file a claim. That's why I don't.
That's
have
really
Etsy
cute.
Anymore. Etsy scares me now. We only have a little bit of time left, so I think we can move right on to talking about socials, where you can be found and where this collection can be found. And yeah, if you guys have YouTube channels or anything, that will be linked below, you guys.
Well, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok, and thank you so much for listening into this little podcast episode. It was very fun and very unique because it was two of us, like two guests. We definitely enjoyed it. I hope you did too. I hope you got some giggles out of it, or maybe you related to some of the things that we talked about. Either way, have a very, very nice day.
You can find me on Instagram and on YouTube. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining me, Tiffany from Fashionable LPS and Toasted TV for this episode on emotional baggage, the clothing line collaboration on mental health. I'm honored to have been reached out to assist in the launch of this line, as I strongly believe in the meanings behind it. With that being said, all links to Fashionable LPS and Toasted TV socials and shops on where you can find their work will be linked below in the description, along with my own socials. Be sure to subscribe to stay tuned for more content like this podcast, or for future LPS related content, follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Aquarius LPS Customs, and my website and the commission form for LPS Customs will be linked down below. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in.